buckle up for the busiest day of WrestleMania week. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is just pro wrestling news for Friday, April 1st, 2022. This update is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us. That's Indie with a Y.
Ring of Honor.
A new era begins for Ring of Honor as it presents its Supercard of Honor pay-per-view tonight. The company's first show since it was purchased by AEW's Tony Khan. There are some late additions to the card. Rhett Titus will defend the ROH TV title against New Japan's Minoru Suzuki. Plus, Mack will face Tully Blanchard's new client, who will be revealed at the show. Also tonight, Jonathan Gresham and Bandido will meet to decide the undisputed ROH World Champion. Chavo Guerrero will be managing Bandido. The Briscoes defend the ROH Tag Titles against FTR. Josh Woods puts the Pure title on the line against Wheeler Yuta. Willow, Nightingale, and Mercedes Martinez will clash for the interim ROH Women's Championship. Deonna Purrazzo is the current ROH Women's Champ. Also tonight, Jay Lethal versus Lee Moriarty and Alex Zane versus Swerve Strickland. The free pre-show starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. The main show starts at 8.
AEW.
Another qualifying match for the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament on tonight's Rampage. It'll be Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue. Also on tonight's show, the Young Bucks versus Top Flight, Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs, and the House of Black versus Fuego del Sol and Dark Order's Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
WWE.
Tonight's SmackDown is the final stop before WrestleMania. Ricochet will defend the Intercontinental Championship in a three-way against Angel and Humberto. Also on tonight's show, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony follows tonight's SmackDown. It's on Peacock and the WWE Network. This year's class includes The Undertaker, Vader, the Steiner Brothers, Queen Sharmell, and Warrior Award honoree Shad Gaspard. Noam Dar is still the Heritage Cup champion in NXT UK. He beat Mark Coffey on Thursday's episode. Trent Seven beat Ashton Smith, denying Smith and Oliver Carter another shot at the NXT UK Tag Titles, held by Seven and Tyler Bate.
Impact Wrestling.
Impact presents its multiverse of matches tonight. It's a Fight TV exclusive pay-per-view live from Dallas. The Good Brothers will take on the Briscoes. Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green face NWA stalwart Nick Aldis and Mickie James. Trey Miguel defends the X Division title in an Ultimate X match. The Influence defends the Knockouts tag titles in a four-way against Knockouts champ Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans, Havoc and Rosemary, and the mismatched duo of Giselle Shaw and Lady Frost. Rosemary is set to challenge Steelz for the title at the Rebellion pay-per-view. Rosemary won a number one contender battle royal on last night's Impact. Also on that show, Bullet Club's Jay White and Chris Bay beat the Motor City Machine Guns. Josh Alexander beat Madman Fulton, and Jonathan Gresham beat Kenny King. Black Taurus beat Diener on Before the Impact.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan presents its Lone Star Shootout starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. This is another Fight TV exclusive pay-per-view from Dallas. Killer Cross will make his New Japan debut against Minoru Suzuki. Plus, Jay White versus Speedball Mike Bailey, and Chris Dickinson versus Tomohiro Ishii. Today's offerings from GCW's Collective include For the Culture starting at 4 p.m. Eastern. Tasha Steelz defends the Impact Knockouts Championship against Big Swole. Plus, the former Hit Row, now known as the Hitmakers, AJ Francis and Tahuti Miles will face Shane Taylor and O'Shea Edwards. Gringo Locos, The World on Lucha, tonight at 8:30 Eastern, has Psycho Clown versus Dr. Wagner Jr. Joey Janela's Spring Break 6 Part 2 runs late tonight, midnight local time, 1 a.m. Eastern, with Chris Dickinson versus Matt Cardona, Minoru Suzuki versus Effie, and the big battle royal featuring a bunch of names including Buff Bagwell, Maven, and even Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp. Zicky Dice's Trouble in Paradise 2 is promoting Masha Slamovich versus a bear. We'll see. That show is streaming on Twitch starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. MLW is holding an Azteca Underground TV taping in Dallas today. Meanwhile, we have new MLW Tag Team Champions EJ Nduka and Calvin Tankman took the titles from 5150 on last night's Fusion. Getting into some of Thursday's notable results from the indies running around WrestleMania week, the Briscoes won the GCW Tag Titles at Spring Break Part 1 last night. Also at Spring Break Part 1, John Wayne Murdoch won the Ultra Violent title from Alex Colon. Joey Janela beat X-Pac Sean Waltman. Waltman later revealed he was working with a torn biceps and will need surgery. Also, Mickie James beat Allie Katch. Chris Dickinson beat Minoru Suzuki in the main event of Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 8. Mexico's AAA promotion ran a show at WrestleCon on Thursday, and it ended with a surprise appearance by Jeff Jarrett and his wife Karen. Jarrett revealed himself to be the mastermind behind the villainous outsider faction La Empresa. Together, they laid out an unmasked Psycho Clown. At WrestleCon's Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show last night, Mia Yim returned to the ring and she got a win over Athena. Also, Bret Hart made an appearance. That is Just Pro Wrestling News for Friday, April 1st. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning as we get you ready for WrestleMania. Make sure you're subscribed to this feed so you don't miss any of our updates. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.